Hello everyone. Today we will be discussing how you can accelerate your quote-to-cash process through NetSuite's SuiteSuccess for manufacturing with Configure One in NetSuite. Before implementing a joint Configure One and NetSuite solution, many of our customers struggled with being able to accurately quote their products and provide necessary documentation to their shop floors at time of order. Often they had a very manual quoting and ordering process or had to rely on their product experts to accurately quote. This led to delays and even mistakes in their quoting and manufacturing processes. By using Configure One as the friendly front end for quotation and order entry, and NetSuite as their powerful ERP and CRM solution, our customers are now able to accelerate their quote-to-cash and order-to-cash timelines, thereby increasing quote and order volume and reducing costly errors. Configure One can launch directly from NetSuite, providing a streamlined process for your users to configure products, automatically generate bills of material, pricing, documents, routings, and much more, and pass that data back into NetSuite. Configure One even supports NetSuite's advanced manufacturing, advanced BOM, and being able to create workbench records, work instructions, and other assets as required. Now let's take a look at the NetSuite and Configure One solution in action. Here we are at the NetSuite homepage, where I will create a new NetSuite opportunity. After choosing a customer and saving the opportunity, I can navigate to Quotes, where I can either search for an existing quote to tie to this opportunity, or I can add a new one. Here we are in Configure One, where I currently have an empty quote. Before I add a configuration, notice under the Properties tab, we have our customer crosswinds as was entered on the opportunity. Next, I will navigate back to line items and add a configuration, where I have the choice of either adding an existing configuration or I can add a new one. I will be configuring a freight truck today. Here I am in the configuration interface, where I can begin to configure my freight truck. Notice how configuration rules prevent me from making incompatible choices. Configure One has many visualization tools that can be leveraged to create rich configuration experiences for your users. This is Real-Time 2D, which creates lightweight 2D scenes on the fly directly in the browser so that I can see exactly what I'm configuring. In addition to Real-Time 2D, we also have Real-Time 3D, allowing us to create even more immersive configuration experiences for your users. Both Real-Time 2D and Real-Time 3D do not require any plugins and are supported cross-platform. Now I have finished configuring my freight truck and can view some configuration results, such as different views of the bill of material and configuration level documents, like a specification sheet. I can now add this to my quote, where I can update the quantity and add discounts. We even have discount rules that allow your users to give different levels of discounting before having to submit a discount request. I can even change the quoted currency or translate the generated documents into a different language if I am selling in a different part of the world. Now I will add one more line item to the quote, a hydraulic cylinder. After making some selections and pressing configure, I once again land on the configuration results page. This product is unique, however, because it is also connected to CAD. In addition to creating bills of material, Configure One also sends data about the configuration to a model that is stored on the seat of CAD. The model consumes that data and changes to reflect the state that is described by the configuration. It does this by changing dimensions and swapping out components and assemblies. Once the model is generated, we can also generate drawings to be used in manufacturing. This product also dynamically generates routings that will be available in NetSuite. Now I have two line items on my quote, and I can go to the quote inputs page to fill out some pipeline information and build the quote. Here you can see the quote document itself with the line items, bills of material, configuration documents, brochures, and drawings, all automatically generated by Configure 1. Now that I have finished quoting, I can close the window and refresh the opportunity. We can see that the probability and close date have updated, and we now have the quote document stored on the opportunity under Files. Configure 1 has also created a NetSuite quote tied to this opportunity. Here you can see the line items on the quote, and if I select the hydraulic cylinder, notice how we have the bill of material and the routings in NetSuite to be used in the manufacturing process. Now I can move this quote through the traditional NetSuite workflow by converting it into a sales order. Thank you for listening. Hopefully you have seen how you can leverage SuiteSuccess for manufacturing through a joint NetSuite and Configure 1 solution, thereby turning your quote-to-cash process into a competitive advantage.